Including Elden Ring and its DLC, there is 400 weapons for you to try out. But what if I told you that the best of all of them was a weapon that you could start with? A weapon so simple that most people probably get rid of it as quickly as they can. A weapon from arguably the weakest starting class that most people probably haven't even used it before. The wise among you might have already clocked what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the club, baby. While seemingly simple, is incredible, and it will reward your loyalty if you stick with it the entire game. So here I am, to beat the entirety of Elden Ring's base game with just the club, to show you how incredible it is. I haven't played Elden Ring in a good few months, to be honest, so the club is the perfect weapon for me to return with. Still got it. Because yeah, throwing myself right back in the deep end is a good way to shake off all the rust that I've built up. Okay. I'm dead. Oh my god. Do anything but throw fire challenge. I picked up the axe talisman, which was the only piece of gear I really planned to go get. Fucking phone notification interrupting me. After playing Elden Ring this many times, I'm honestly too lazy to make an early game build, so I kind of just rushed to Stormveil Castle and just brute force it. Fucking asshole. I'm so gonna get smacked off the fucking ledge. I'm so close. Marga gets destroyed, obviously. This boss isn't anything to me anymore. The only stats I really want to upgrade in this run is strength and vigor, so you know, that's all I'm gonna be leveling up. Oh. No. No. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Doable. The axe talisman enhances charged attacks, which is perfect for weapons like the club. Considering that I'm going to be pumping strength the entire game, I might as well make stance breaking as powerful as possible. Oh my god, stupid ass delays. Stupid. If I die to this, oh my god. Got him. So in just under an hour from starting the game, I managed to clear Stormveil at level 17, so I'm pretty proud of myself. After beating Godric, I could easily just run to the first smithing stone bell bearing, and yeah, the Crystallian stands no chance. Any blunt weapon is going to tear this boss to pieces. I went back to Limgrave to beat the dragon for the runes I needed to buy the smithing stones, and then I was off to the Glintstone Academy. Wait, you can get those enemies' armor? I didn't even know that. Yeah, I wear this armor for way longer than I should have. I'm sorry you have to look at it. Oh! Rennala was still a pretty easy fight with this build. Not that she ever really is a challenge most of the time, but with these kind of builds, she can catch me off guard if I'm not focusing properly. Are you kidding me? I dodged into that. This fight is also where I learned that spamming light attacks had significantly higher DPS than just using charged heavies with the axe talisman, which makes sense when you see how quick these attacks are. I beat her on my second try relatively easily, and then I was off to the Atlas Plateau. I saved the runes I got from beating Rennala and went straight for the next smithing stone bell bearing and got the club up to plus 12. I also made a quick detour back to Stormveil Castle so I could get the iron wet blade and give my weapon the heavy affinity. Because let's be real, I'm only leveling strength this game. I'm gonna get like 40 vigor and like 80 strength, so I want as much strength scaling as I can get. With the plus 12 club, I also went and fought Margit too. You dumbass. What the fuck was that? And at this point, I was definitely starting to feel how underleveled I was. There we go. The Chronic Tree Sentinel was a boss that kicked my ass during my first playthrough. It took me like 6 hours just to beat it. So being able to fold it in half at level 37 with only a club is quite the improvement. It did catch me off guard once when I rolled the wrong way, but other than that, this boss was easy. And that was starting to become a problem. Every boss was going down way too easily. I needed to challenge myself. I needed to push myself out of my comfort zone and find one of my weak points and hone it until it wasn't a weak point anymore. So I decided to tackle a boss that's always bothered me. The fucking Godskin Apostle. Specifically the Godskin Apostle in Caelid. Now, this boss is recommended on the Fextra Life wiki to be fought at level 90 to 110. I'm level 43 bashing my head against this boss.
Yeah, I deserve that.
Godskin Apostle is one of my weakest fights. For some reason, I just can't click with its moveset. I'm still not sure what part of this boss really throws me off. I think it might be these fast combos that it throws out.
Damn.
Don't even mention Godskin Duo. So I just decided that I was going to try and beat it severely underleveled to try and force myself to get good at this fight. And it was miserable. I hated this. Why did I do this?
Fuck. Right, yeah. Fuck. This is gonna take forever.
In total, I believe I spent around 3 to 4 hours trying to beat this prick. It was really not a good idea to fight this guy, but once I started trying, I couldn't just give up. Although, I guess in my defense, it did kinda work. I had learned good attack windows, I was perfectly dodging those really fast attacks that always used to trip me up, and most importantly, I just wasn't overwhelmed by its moveset anymore. One thing I will always do in this game is throw myself at some form of challenge or really hard fight until I eventually beat it. I very rarely just give up and move on. Yes! And for me, fortunately, that's how I learn best. With the runes from beating that Godskin Apostle, I could make the jump up to level 50, which was nice. I decided to put 5 points into endurance because at this point I feel like I deserve a little extra stamina.
Is this where I get Lion's Claw? I forget. I'm gonna go see, but I'm not sure. I believe it's the lion down here that'll give me Lion's Claw. Oh! Okay. Fucking hell. There we go. Yeah, Lion's Claw. Sweet.
And of course, I had to pick up Lion's Claw. For any build like this, you need Lion's Claw. Up next was Radahn.
Oh. Owie. Not a great first attempt.
Quite a while ago, I did the same thing with Radahn that I just did with the Apostle, where I came here super underleveled and just threw myself at him. So I can pretty confidently say I'm good at this fight now.
What? I jumped. Oh no, not this straight afterwards. Oh my god, I'm so lucky to be alive.
When I was practicing Radahn, I was doing it on stream, and someone in chat told me you can jump these attacks, which made this fight like 10 times easier. I forgot who you were, but thank you! Yes!
I was expecting that to be significantly more difficult.
Radahn went down on my second try at level 50 with just a club. I feel like I'm allowed to be a little proud of that. With this whole Caelid side quest completed, I head back to the capital and fought Ghostfree and Morgott, 2 fights that also went down pretty easily. With the mountaintops open, I decided to start another side quest, which started with having to beat Commander Nile. Fuck this guy.
Doing it again, he does it every time. I'm furious. I'm so lucky that didn't hit me. I have no idea how that didn't hit me.
I wanted a specific item from the DLC, so I had to go and fight Mohg.
Ooh, I dodged way too late. That was terrible.
Going and fighting Mohg was not a good idea this early on. He beat my ass a good couple times.
Ah, yeah. Damn it. Ah, the blood loss. No, the blood loss. God damn it.
One thing with Mohg that never clicked with me is having to deal with his fire that he throws around all over the place, but during this playthrough I finally learnt to deal with it. I got pretty consistent at avoiding that fire, and once I did that, the fight was pretty easy.
Got him. Alright. I think that's this. Yeah, this is definitely the lowest level I've ever beaten Mohg. Like, by far. I don't think I've ever come here pre-100.
With the DLC open to me, I only wanted to grab one thing, which was right at the beginning. It's the deflecting hard tier, which will let me perfect block attacks. I don't need it right now, but I figured later on it would be very helpful. And I did go through the trouble of getting to the hidden snowfield, so I might as well go fight Malenia while I'm here.
Have I picked up any shield with parry? I have. This fuck-ass shield. Okay, well I'll use it. It's probably not gonna work very well, but I'll try. Oh, yikes. Ah.
I spent a lot of time getting consistent with Malenia, but at this point I was a little rusty since it's been a while since I've played. But after about an hour, I was back into the swing of things.
Okay. Hey. Ah! Holy! Okay, don't panic. Stop panicking. Calm down. It's fine. Fucking hell. Oh, and then I just die. Oh my god. Okay, she's recovered so much health, but I'm still in it. I'm surprised I managed to survive all of that. That was so much went wrong in such a short amount of time. Ah, what was I thinking? Why would I go for the hit there? That was stupid. This is kind of down to RNG. If she doesn't throw out Waterfowl for the rest of this, then I should be fine. Or the clone attack, actually. I don't want the clone attack. Fuck. Okay, well she threw out the 2 attacks back to back that I didn't want to deal with, and I managed to survive, so... Dude, the wings make it so hard to see. There we go. I like the sparks. Yes! No way. No way.
Beating Malenia boosted me up to level 99, so I could now begin the final boss rush of the game. Fire Giant went down really smoothly, only really had one moment where it got kinda scary. Okay, well it wasn't scary enough to justify that sound, what the fuck was that? But after beating Fire Giant and getting to Farum Azula, we all know what time it is. Godskin Duo. Now, let's rewind for a second. Back in 2014, I released this video, which is honestly where most of you know me from. It was the first video of mine that properly blew up, and I am so thankful for that. Back when I made this video, I was significantly less experienced with Elden Ring, so I decided to make a video where I played through the game the way that elitists say that you should play it. Basically, no magic or summons and just do an only strength build. The only time I didn't follow these rules was for Godskin Duo, where I summoned Rennala to help me beat it, because I felt like I was justified to skip this boss. However, this decision led to me getting my first ever death threat. I honestly forgot the exact wording, and since this was my first time dealing with a bunch of comments at once, I kinda just panicked and deleted it because I didn't like looking at it. So this time round, I'm gonna beat Godskin Duo completely on my own, without sleep pots or slashing damage. Because... What the fuck? I just hiccuped. Ew. And no, I'm not doing this because that fuck-ass comment was right or anything. I just felt like having a challenge this time round. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! I fucking hate duo fights. Stupid. Oh my god. How am I alive? Yeah. Fuck. Hey! Oh my god. Honestly, the only reason I was able to even get through this fight was because of the deflecting hard tier. It made this so much better. I could make this whole segment about why Godskin Duo sucks, but I low-key don't want to just sit here and echo 1,000 reasons you've probably already heard. This fight isn't fun, by any stretch of the imagination. I've never beaten it without using sleeping pots or banal before, so I know I sound like a fraud, but I just don't find it fun. I'm open to critique. If this boss is like a secret hit or something and I just don't know for some reason, anyone can argue their points as long as they're respectful in the comments, but I don't think there's many Godskin Duo defenders out there. Finally! Oh my god. With Godskin Duo out of the way, that was the last fight that I was actually super worried about. From here, I was only fighting bosses I was super confident fighting, so I really had nothing left to worry about. I upgraded my club to plus 25, and it was go time. That is a cringe way to say that. There's got to be a better way to say that. It was plus 25. We're gonna go now. That's still cringe. I don't know how to say this. What was I thinking when I wrote this? I killed the Draconic Tree Sentinel in front of Malekith purely for its armor, because when I fight Malekith, I prefer to medium roll instead of light roll like I have been, and I might as well wear a big armor set for that. Oh, I didn't get my flask up in time. Malekith took 3 tries to beat, which was honestly humbling, because I thought I was going to beat him first try, so... And honestly, Gideon took a few too many attempts. When you're underleveled, Gideon is just miserable. There we go. Okay, that should not have been that hard. Godfrey also ripped me in half once, which is to be expected. But I did manage to beat Godfrey on my second try. His second phase always used to catch me off guard, but recently I've gotten a lot better at dealing with it. And with Godfrey gone, all that was left was the final boss. But the beat is on him, holy shit. That should have been it for me. I'm so lucky to be alive. There we go. Game beaten. I actually just annihilated the final boss. That's probably the the craziest performance I've put in on that boss in a while. So, in conclusion, the club is clearly the best weapon in the game. I don't see any competition. For real though, I love the club. Something about it is just perfect to brute force the game with. I probably wouldn't do this again, just because using other weapons is more fun, but the club definitely can get the job done. I still want to improve at Elden Ring more. I really want to be able to take on all these crazy challenges, so in the coming weeks I'll be doing a lot more Elden Ring. And I'm going to start including the DLC in these videos because, you know, I might as well go through the DLC as well. This video was more of just a warm-up back into Elden Ring since it's been forever since I made an Elden Ring video, so thank you all so much for watching. I'm still bad at outros, so I have no idea how to fill the space here, to be honest. You should watch some of my other videos. They'll be on the screen. You stay around this often? You don't just move on? Or are you like playing Elden Ring while watching my video? Like I'm getting the second monitor treatment and I'm just sitting on your second monitor now. And you just haven't Like you're in the middle of a boss or something, and you can't click to the next video, so now you're just listening to me ramble mid-boss. I hope you beat it. You got this.